Welcome to this general knowledge mega quiz. I've got 100 questions for you and we're starting right now. What is a beginner belt in martial arts? Is that red, white or blue? Hopefully an easy one to get you off to a great start. The answer is white. What is the capital city of Morocco? Is it Tunis, Agadir or Rabat? And it is Rabat. Which of these letters was not used in Roman numerals? W, V or X? The correct choice there is W. Which sport starts by teeing off? Is that tennis, golf or cricket? And that is golf. The 1976 film Rocky was set in which city? Los Angeles, Chicago or Philadelphia? And that was set in Philadelphia. What is another name for odontalgia? Is that a headache, toothache or earache? And that is a toothache. The word poltergeist is from which language? Is it from German, French or Greek? And it's from German. What was the name of the rabbit in Disney's Bambi? Was it Thumper, Peter or Bugs? The answer, Thumper. What type of animal was Napoleon in George Orwell's Animal Farm? A horse, pig or dog? And the answer, a pig. From 1924 until 1991, what was the name of St. Petersburg? Was it Leningrad, Moscow or Stalingrad? And it was Leningrad. Which part of the eye controls the size of the pupil? The retina, iris or cornea? And the answer is the iris. What is another name for a lexicon? Dictionary, cipher or clock? And the answer, dictionary. The expression bunny boiler derives from which movie? Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct or Single White Female? And the answer is Fatal Attraction. Which singer was shot and killed by his father in 1984? Was that Bob Marley, John Lennon or Marvin Gaye? And that was Marvin Gaye. The Bonneville Salt Flats are in which US state? Are they in California, Utah or Nevada? And they are in Utah. The Cape Verde Islands are located in which ocean? The Atlantic, Pacific or Indian? And the correct answer is the Atlantic. What is the name for a rotating tray on a dining table? A lazy Susan, twirling Tina or revolving Ron? And give the quiz a thumbs up if you like my imagination. The correct answer is Lazy Susan. What was the name of the last imperial dynasty to rule China? The Ming, Qing or Han? And the last was the Qing dynasty. Who is Homer Simpson's youngest child? Is it Bart, Lisa or Maggie? The answer is Maggie. Malaria is a disease caused by which? A virus, bacteria or parasite? and it's caused by a parasite. Which of these was not one of the Space Shuttle orbiters? Challenger, Discovery, or Revelation? The correct pick there, Revelation. What is a caber in the Scottish Highland sport of tossing the caber? Is it a large stone, a tree trunk, or an oak barrel? And it is a tree trunk. Which animal is on the flag of Sri Lanka? A horse, eagle, or lion? The answer, a lion. What is the Elizabeth Tower in London more popularly known as? Is it Big Ben, the Tower of London, or Nelson's Column? And the answer is Big Ben. The mouth of the River Nile is in which country? Kenya, Egypt, or Ethiopia? And it's in Egypt. In computing, what do the letters ROM stand for? Read-only memory, random output memory, or read-over memory? And the answer is read-only memory. Which river is sacred to the Hindu religion? The Ganges, Indus, or Yellow River? And that is the Ganges. What is the official currency of Saudi Arabia? Is it the dirham, dinar, or rial? And it is the rial. Which Shakespeare character is a Prince of Denmark? Is that Macbeth, Othello, or Hamlet? And that is Hamlet. An otoscope is used to examine which part of the body? The eyes, ears, or nose? And the answer, the ears. Which character in TV's Friends was a paleontologist? Was that Ross, Chandler, or Joey? And it was Ross. What technology replaced the Pony Express? The telegraph, telephone, or steamship? The answer, the telegraph. Who did Japan declare war on in 1914? Great Britain, Germany, or Russia? And that was on Germany. How many of the Grand Slam tennis tournaments are still played on grass? 1, 2, or 3? And the answer, only 1. Which sport is featured in the 1989 film Field of Dreams? Baseball, football, or polo? And that is baseball. Which star sign is represented by a bull? Aries, Taurus, or Libra? And that is, of course, Taurus. What was Frank Sinatra's middle name? Was it Albert, Joseph, or Henry? And it was Albert. The CIA was created in which decade? The 1930s, 40s, or 50s? And that was in the 1940s. Gibbons are native to which continent? South America, Africa, or Asia? And they are from Asia. Prague is known as the City of 100 what? Spires, rivers, or bridges? And the answer is spires. Which of these is a true example of a botanical berry? A banana, strawberry, or raspberry? And this one is more tricky than it seems. The answer is actually a banana. In the 1992 film, what breed of dog was Beethoven? Was he a bulldog, St. Bernard, or beagle? And he was a St. Bernard. In the history of the modern Olympic Games, which country has won the most gold medals? The United States, Russia, or China? And that record goes to the United States. The Rialto Bridge is in which Italian city? Is that in Florence, Venice, or Rome? And that's a well-known bridge in Venice. The term throwing in the towel originated in which sport? Boxing, wrestling, or tennis? And that was from boxing. In Greek mythology, how many eyes does Polyphemus have? None, one, or three? And he was a cyclops, so one eye. The Battle of Little Bighorn is commonly referred to as whose last stand? Wayne's, Custer's, or Crazy Horse's? And the answer, Custer's. What were the first names of the comedy duo Laurel and Hardy? Zeppo and Gummo, Orville and Wilbur, or Stan and Oliver? And the answer, Stan and Oliver. Which of these gases smells like rotten eggs? Carbon monoxide, neon, or hydrogen sulfide? And the other two I believe are odourless. The correct answer is hydrogen sulfide. The Virgin record label was formed in which decade? The 60s, 70s, or 80s? And it was in the 1970s. What is the capital city of Barbados? Is it Bridgetown, Nassau, or Kingston? And the answer is Bridgetown. Which baseball player was known as the Sultan of SWAT? Was that Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, or Joe DiMaggio? And the answer is Babe Ruth. What name is shared by a medieval weapon and a spice? Lance, clove, or mace? Your correct choice there is mace. An ostrich has how many toes on each foot? 2, 3, or 4? And unlike most other birds, they only have 2. What word describes the widest point of a ship? The bow, stern, or beam? And the answer is beam. What is the bathroom of a maritime vessel known as? The head, foot, or arm? And the answer is the head. In the saying, who tells no tales? Dead men, silent men, or old men? And the answer, dead men. Which acid is produced when milk goes sour? Citric, lactic, or acetic? And the answer, lactic acid. The Russian ruble is divided into 100 what? Kopecks, denarii, or pfennigs? And the answer, kopecks. God does not play dice with the universe is a quote by which scientist? Stephen Hawking, Isaac Newton, or Albert Einstein? And the correct one is Albert Einstein. Liberia is on which continent? Africa, Asia, or South America? And that's found in Africa. Who rules in a plutocracy? The wealthy, priests, or military? The answer is the wealthy. In darts, what is the highest score that can be hit with a single dart? 50, 60, or 100? And the correct answer is 60, which is a treble 20. What is another name for a scaly anteater? A pangolin, armadillo, or aardvark? And the answer is a pangolin. Who was the third son of Adam and Eve? Was it Cain, Abel, or Seth? And it was Seth. Which company makes the Boxster sports car? Ferrari, Porsche, or Lamborghini? And the answer is Porsche. What type of weapon was a blunderbuss? Was it a sword, gun, or spear? And it was a type of gun. In the saying, what favours the brave? Fortune, adventure, or courage? And the answer, fortune. Who played the titular character in the 2023 film Oppenheimer? Cillian Murphy, Brad Pitt, or Christian Bale? And it was Cillian Murphy. What is another name for the Antarctic Ocean? The Ice Ocean, Southern Ocean, or Pacific Ocean? And the answer, the Southern Ocean. In which modern-day country was Mozart born? France, Austria, or Italy? And he was born in what is now part of Austria. Which spacecraft carried Yuri Gagarin into space in 1961? Was it Vostok 1, Sputnik 2, or Soyuz? And the answer is Vostok 1. Which chemical element is present in every acid? Oxygen, nitrogen, or hydrogen? And the answer, hydrogen. What is the main ingredient of the traditional Irish dish, box tea? Potatoes, lamb, or salmon? And the answer is potatoes. Amarillo is the Spanish word for what colour? Blue, yellow, or green? And I know that's not how it's pronounced in Spanish, but I'm not going to attempt it. The correct answer is yellow. The Magna Carta was written in what language? English, Latin, or German? And it's written in Latin. Who released the single Earth song in 1995? Was that Michael Jackson, Madonna, or Prince? And that was Michael Jackson. Monty Python's Flying Circus was first broadcast in which decade? The 60s, 70s, or 80s? And it was at the end of the 1960s. In which war was the charge of the Light Brigade? In the Crimean, Napoleonic, or American Civil War? And the answer is the Crimean War. What is an amphora? Is it a musical instrument, an ancient coin, or an ancient container? And it's a type of ancient container. Which of these has toxic leaves? Rhubarb, banana, or mustard? The answer is rhubarb. Which common item is made mostly of calcium carbonate? Soap, paper, or chalk? And the answer is chalk. Which group was known as the Fab Four? The Beatles, Rolling Stones, or Queen? And that was the Beatles. An epilator is a device used to remove what? Hair, makeup, or tattoos? And the answer is hair. Does pure gold oxidize? Yes or no? And the correct answer is no, it doesn't. In which month is Armistice Day held? In November, December, or October? And it's in November. Which lake is Chicago on? Erie, Michigan, or Superior? And it's on Lake Michigan. Who is said to have appeared to a local girl near Lourdes in 1858? The Virgin Mary, Jesus, or God? And the answer is the Virgin Mary. Where was the pop group the Bee Gees formed? In the United States, United Kingdom, or Australia? And the group was formed in Australia. Who was managed by Colonel Tom Parker? Elvis Presley, the Beatles, or Michael Jackson? And that was Elvis Presley. Where did the Shinto religion originate? In China, India, or Japan? And the answer, Japan. Which month is named after the god of war? Is that January, March, or May? And the answer is March. John L. Sullivan is known for which sport? Boxing, tennis, or golf? And the answer is boxing. In which city was the first hotel under Caesar Ritz's own name opened? Was it in Paris, London, or New York? And the answer is Paris. Are blood oranges artificially coloured? Yes or no? And the answer is no, they're not. The President's Cup is a series of men's matches in which sport? Tennis, golf, or soccer? And the answer is golf. A Scotch egg is a boiled egg wrapped in what? Dough and breadcrumbs, sausage meat and breadcrumbs, or bacon and breadcrumbs? And the answer is sausage meat and breadcrumbs. Which of these countries is not in the Commonwealth of Nations? The United Kingdom, Australia, or the United States? And the answer, United States. Which of these organs is part of your integumentary system? Heart, skin, or liver? And the correct one there is skin. Who created the characters of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Was that Mary Shelley, Bram Stoker, or Robert Louis Stevenson? And it was Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, I love to read all of your comments, so drop me a message down below. If you haven't already checked out my second channel, Quizamp, go check that out. There's a link for you there. If you'd like to play some more mega quizzes, there's a link for you there. Give the quiz a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again on another quiz soon. Thanks for watching.